Hey everybody, welcome to Brick Vault. Today we are going through all of the LEGO Jurassic World sets from the 2018 wave. There were 11 sets in total, including the 3 junior sets, and I'm going to be talking about the best and worst aspects of these sets, sort of what is the best bang for the buck, sort of what would be maybe the best part to price ratio, and just what sets seem like the most worth it to get compared to some of the other ones. There were some really strong builds, lots of great designs for new dinosaurs, but in general I would say that this wave went a bit overboard in terms of the price. The average part to price ratio for these sets was just a bit above what maybe the normal levels would be for waves that came out at a similar time frame. And yeah, let's get into the sets. We're going to be going through the smallest sets and work our way up towards the top, and I'm going to tell you sort of the best and worst aspects of each one. And the smallest and first set from the wave here is called the Pteranodon Chase. Not to confuse it with any of the other background stuff, it comes with the tracker here, Owen, as well as this Jeep. I do like the mold for the Pteranodon. The color here on the wings is actually molded plastic. It's not printed. The printing is only on the face, and maybe actually that's also a mold on the body. Tracker detailing for the minifig is good. We get a ton of that though. There's a ton of different guard and tracker prints like that, which is pretty good for tactical gear. Owen has a new expression or a new series of prints for his face, and we get a lot of this guy in a bunch of sets, but he's a decent enough minifig. And this vehicle, though I wouldn't say it's anything particularly special, is definitely better than some of the other, actually I would say all of the other single-seater vehicles from the wave, but definitely not my favorite vehicle from the wave, because we did get some cool larger trucks. Generally speaking, I think the whole thing works. We've got the Pteranodon, we've got the Jeep, there's a little egg in the back that's kind of sets up the scenario of, you know, he wants to get his egg back or something, and Owen, the main character, is fine. He comes with one of those little tranquilizer guns. All in all, it's a complete little set, but the highest part to price ratio out of any of the sets from this wave. So it's only 126 pieces, but it costs $20 in the States, or 25 euro. That's a lot, or 25 euro at least from the data I got at Brick Set. So that's high. Generally speaking, the smallest sets from waves will be a slightly higher part to price ratio compared to others, but just letting you know, yeah, you're definitely paying more for the LEGO here than you are compared to any of the other sets from the wave. Now this next one, the Stiggy Malach Breakout, I don't know if I'm saying that dinosaur name properly. This one does a little bit better in terms of part to price ratio, but only just a little bit better. It's $30 in the States, or 40 euro, and the total part count is 222 pieces. So that's not particularly great either. It does come with another one of these guys here, and this is Dr. Wu. I like the skin tone that is on this figure. It's a not quite as common skin tone. The print for his body is relatively simple, but definitely my favorite aspect of this build is this dinosaur, this Stiggy Malach. I'm just going to say that name fast, and you guys will correct me in the comment section below. As of the making of this video, this movie isn't out yet, so I don't know. I haven't done the research on the naming of it, but look, that is a great mold for the head. It's the only type of time we get this particular dinosaur. The body is pretty much the exact same as the Raptor or the Dilophosaurus there in the back. Really good though. I like that you have those little pins, or the little tooth pieces that actually go into the head. And for the most part, this is a pretty decent build here. The actual breakout section of it, so the Stiggy Malach would be inside. And I think my favorite aspect of this build is the fact that the trigger function for the breakaway window is one of the lab tables itself. It's not some big red sort of sticking out little Technic piece. The trigger itself is part of the build, which I really like. There's another breakout function on the other side here. But yeah, pretty decent all around, though it is one of the highest part to price ratios just in general. I would say, I think it's not the second highest, I think it's the third highest in terms of part to price. So 30 bucks for 222 pieces, the only time you can get this particular type of dinosaur. Moving on. Now moving up in size, we've got our third set, my personal favorite set from the wave, but that's mostly on a nostalgic level. Actually, there's other aspects of this set that would also make it my favorite, I think. This is the Jurassic Park Velociraptor Chase set, and it is based within the world of Jurassic Park. This is an homage to the original movie, so it doesn't have anything to do with the new Jurassic World line, and it's basically a series of really, really fun scenes, mostly when the Velociraptor is kind of coming at the main characters right towards the end of the film. So there's the hacking scene, the door that locks open and close. There's tons of detailing. Oh, the jello, the shaking jello, a little bit of a kitchen build back there, as well as the cryo storage, the embryo cold storage, and you even get the Barbasol sort of spy canister. Anyways, there's a lot of really fun aspects of this set. I do like it a lot. Definitely the best prints for minifigs. I mean, just when you look at Ellie, like look at the pants and the dual molded legs and everything, all the folds in the shirt. There's some really good minifigs here. The facial print for her is great. And what's great about the set too is I thought it was going to come with sort of the nostalgia tax. I thought that because this would appeal to, I think, maybe a slightly larger audience, because the play features are still there. We still get a really cool Velociraptor and everything. I thought it would be more expensive. It actually isn't. It's the second best priced set out of the entire wave, coming in at 360 parts, full circle in degrees, and it is a $40 set or a €50 set. So that puts it just above the sort of average price, but considering it comes with a really nice Velociraptor. Also, I haven't shown off the snapping jaw function yet. But yeah, it makes a nice little click sound. Yeah, there's a lot of really good aspects of the set that I like a lot. I would put this as my favorite from the line for more than just the nostalgic reasons. I honestly think that the functions in here and the quality of the build and the amount of detail they managed to fit into such a small space is really nice. And yeah, great minifigs and a good price. So anyways, that's my personal favorite. Let's move on to the next biggest set, which is this one. It's competing to be either my second or third favorite set from the wave. I don't exactly know. Maybe there's another larger set that I think is pretty fun. There's a lot of great things about it though. This is the Blues Helicopter Pursuit set. And look, you can see there is a gear piece at the bottom of this helicopter, which is like the greatest innovative design that I've ever seen for Lego helicopters. They've made so many before in the past, and I can't believe I've never seen this before. I think it's really, really good. I know that they're building it into at least one of the quadcopters for the Arctic wave that's coming out pretty soon. Anyways, helicopter is great. The blue detailing for the actual Raptor himself is cool. Very unique. We get blue one other time in another set, actually, my other favorite set. And yeah, it's got a pretty good build for a quad. I think it's a little bit better than a normal quad build. Lots of fun functions with the cage and stuff. But the main thing, also sorry, Owen's here. He's in this, and he comes with a crossbow this time around. But what's interesting is that's actually the best priced set from the entire wave. So Blues Helicopter Pursuit is 397 parts, sells for $40 again, or I think €50. So best part to price ratio, but it actually puts it at pretty much an average part to price ratio when you compare it to non-licensed set. This is pretty much like just level, but in the grand scheme of the entire wave, this is actually the best set in terms of its total price. Now it looks like I did a little bit of jumping around. This one is the Dilophosaurus Outpost Attack. It's slightly bigger than the Stiggy Malach set, so I went a little bit out of order. But what it comes with is a really nice build for a Dilophosaurus. We've actually gotten this kind of guy in the previous wave of Jurassic World sets, though his coloration wasn't as, I think this one looks a little bit more realistic or a little bit more grounded in reality because he's not molded in that really bright lime green. It comes with 3 different guards, or technically one of these guys is a tracker. I do like that he has that cool black mohawk piece. And there's some pretty interesting destruction functions. Some of it works really well, some of it not so well. The gate exploding function is cool, but I accidentally break this tower off sometimes when I activate it. And there's a very interesting series of pieces that are used to create that sort of electrified fence. Probably one of the best new pieces that I've seen for 2018. really cool, very, very flexible. I'm super glad to have gotten it, and I can't wait for people to use more and more of these throughout the years. This is probably the best set to get that new piece. You do get it also in the set behind here. But anyways, this one's not too bad. Now, the only thing I would say is a bad aspect of the set is, well, it's also the worst part to price ratio aside from the very first set we took a look at. This whole thing together is exactly 289 parts and sells for $40. So that's a pretty high part to price ratio, and it's, once again, it's not the smallest set, it's not even the second smallest set. This is somewhere kind of in the middle aspect in terms of parts for the entire wave, and it's just a really high part to price ratio. Also, the minifigs here have, I think, some of the most basic prints. We don't even get any exclusively made pieces for the minifigs. So you get some great parts. Like, I really like this electrified fence piece. The Dilophosaurus is cool, but I would say almost even worse than the worst part to price ratio, the very, very small set. This is probably your worst bang for your buck, just in terms of everything that comes with it. I really do like those parts for the fence, and that is a cool piece, but I think on a total scale, this might be one of the worst bang for your buck sets. I mean, both from just an objective point of view, but I think in terms of all the other things that you can get from this wave, yeah, I would say this is probably one of the least good deals as a total. Let's move on to the next one. This one's really cool, though. I like this set a lot. This one is just kind of all over the place in terms of the things that you get within the set. It is called the Carnotaurus Gyrosphere Escape. So there's three things to it, right? We've got this really big Carnotaurus, which is very, very similar to a T-Rex, though you can see the head is molded with those larger horn pieces. Really cool. Comes with a little baby dinosaur. And it's an escape. You're escaping from lava. So that is actually a lava function where there's supposed to be lava falling or flowing down the side of a mountain, sort of a jungly mountain. That's why it's like, why would you see lava sort of encased in a bunch of green leaves? That doesn't make any sense, but it does in the context of the situation that you get from the film. And of course, once again, they wanted to bring that gyrosphere back. I think it makes for a fun toy and a very sort of visually interesting thing to watch within a movie. So they brought it back. Very cool piece. And we got a pretty good build for a truck. This is, I would say this is my third favorite vehicle from the entire wave. I think the front of it looks good. The back of it looks good. Sometimes you break off it's meant to sort of break away and you can get inside and there's a lab on the inside and stuff, but it does break away a little bit too easily for me sometimes. You can put the gyrosphere in the back there if you want. Comes with several characters though. Obviously you can see Owen. This is one of the very few times that Owen as a minifigure has a different print on him. So you can see the shirt has a claw mark, and it also comes with Claire as well as Franklin and the baby dinosaur. So I like it just in terms of the diversity of the things that you get. You get a vehicle, you get a bit of a action function, a very unique action function. I guess that counts as a second vehicle with the gyrosphere, but a bit of a land build, and also one of the coolest, biggest dinosaurs that you can get from the entire wave. This is a 577 piece set, and it sells for $79.99 in the States, or €79.99 Euro actually. So it's about same part to price ratio. I would consider it about middle in terms of the total wave. This is about an averagely priced set for the entire wave, though once again, definitely above average compared to maybe a standard Lego set. Let's move on to the next biggest one. This one's kind of interesting. I like this one a lot. It is called the T.rex Transport. Now, I like this set just in terms of its simplicity. There is a truck here that has the ability to fold open, or in this case, probably break open. You can sort of play out the scenario however you like. You're transporting a T-Rex, and he can go in and out of the vehicle, whether it's by force or whether you're actually just putting him in there on his own. This is my favorite coloration, though, for the T-Rex. We get another one from the Junior set, which is a little bit more orange. Similar coloration to maybe the Carnotaurus. I think it just looks better, though, with the tan body and the sort of darker printing that makes up the orange and brown along the back. This is my favorite looking dinosaur from the entire wave, so that goes a big way for me. And I just like the simplicity of it. This, I think, was supposed to be the Toys R Us exclusive, which is no longer the case. The front of the truck body itself, the sort of semi build for it, is actually a pretty decent looking build, and we do get more of those flexi pieces. I'm not entirely sure what that contraption is called. It looks like he's monitoring some type of DNA, and you can see there's more stud guns. That one, I think, is supposed to maybe mimic what sort of a shotgun looks like. But yeah, pretty decent looking guy. Also, that minifigure that you see down there, that is Zia, I don't know. I haven't seen the movie yet. It's not technically out yet, though. She comes with a blue syringe. That extra one is just a spare. There's also many stud spares in any of the sets that you see for these stud shooters. And this one, too, is one of the best part-to-price ratio sets that you get, because it is a 609 piece set selling for $70, or sorry, $69.99 in both the States and in Europe. So that I would actually put, I mean, still above average, but not by some massive margin. And the fact that it comes with one of the larger dinosaurs, and not having too insane of a part-to-price ratio, being a little bit over average, I would actually consider that a very good deal. So anyways, that is my thoughts on the second largest set. Let's move on to the biggest one, and that is this one right here. This is the Indoraptor Rampage at Lockwood Estate. Kind of a long title for a set, but of course this is going to mimic or take after a very specific scene within the movie, and we get a really, really fun build for this nice old, I would say it looks kind of like an old museum or something. Just kind of a fun old tanned stone building that's made from maybe adobe. I don't really know. It's got the red roofs and everything. Really cool though. It comes with a ton of figs, but definitely the Indoraptor is the coolest thing. This is going to be, I'm going to assume, some type of DNA creature. He looks very much like one of those black pygmy chickens that I ate in Southeast Asia. But anyways, really kind of a fun build. That you get another blue. A really, really cool build for a Triceratops skull. This is kind of like an old dino museum. Really, really fun though. Good detailing for the buildings and everything. Comes with, let's see, what are the minifigs for this set? We've got Owen, Claire, Maisi, maybe, Mills, Wheatley, and Eversole. So there's a lot of characters. I don't really know who all of those guys are too well. I recognize some of them from the first movie. But anyways, yeah, lots of cool aspects to it. And I would say this is probably one of my favorite sets from the wave, just because I do like that old style building. There's also a lot of fun features on the back of it. I can't show you right now, it's just so far away from me. And I spent such a long time setting up all of these guys in the Lightroom here. But ultimately, that is actually one of the okay priced part-to-price ratio sets. Sorry, let me just say really quickly, it is 1,119 parts, and it sells for $129.99, both with US dollars and euros. Now, Junior is always overpriced, so I'm not even going to bother really counting them on the same level, but if you want to know, this is 145 pieces. This is the T.rex Breakout Set, 145 pieces, and sells for $44.99. So yeah, way over the top. I do like the T-Rex, though I don't think the coloration for him is quite as nice. He's a little bit darker compared to that other T-Rex that I showed you guys earlier. Comes with a few minifigs, and I think the only really strong aspect of the set is, like, we get some very interestingly printed pieces. Like, that's a printed piece with copper and everything. This is a huge printed piece that shows the gate. The gate itself is just kind of a cool thing to have. But once again, this is a Junior set, so obviously you're going to have these really funny little builds for vehicles. Printed piece also. And yeah, like, it's cool, but obviously the $44 price tag for me, or for anybody that I think is really sort of serious into the series, aside from a very small builder, yeah, I would never really consider that set or any of the Junior sets to be really worth the price. Now, this next one is called the Raptor Rescue Truck. No, it's not. This is not the Raptor Rescue Truck. This is the Pteranodon Escape. So, of course, we've got another Pteranodon. This is the same mold that we got for a Pteranodon from the previous wave a couple years ago. So we've got the gray and red instead of the green and red. A couple of guard figures. They don't have printing on the legs this time around. A helicopter, just one of those funny little kind of goofy little helicopter builds, and just a few pieces for lava. This set is, what is the part ratio on this one? This is 72 pieces all in all and sells for $20. So once again, just a junior set. And then this Raptor, I really do like this green Raptor. This is the Raptor rescue truck set. So there's the rescue truck, a little bit bigger, but still very wonky and junior-like. It comes with Owen and a tracker. But seriously, the Raptor is actually kind of nice. I think this is just kind of a fun, cool color to have this Raptor in. And this is a $25 set, or $24.99, and the parts on this one are $83. So once again, yeah, those are just the junior sets really quick. I wouldn't really consider them on the same level as the rest of this wave. But yeah, there you go. That is all of the sets for the Jurassic World Wave 2, I suppose, the 2018 wave. And just as a quick recap, I do want to say that the total average part to price ratio for any of these sets, when you combine them all together, is a little bit over 12 cents per part, which is definitely above average. My favorite set is the Jurassic World homage set. That's the, Jurassic Park homage set. That is the Jurassic Park Velociraptor Chase set. That's my personal favorite. I really do like the helicopter. And also, this is the best price set from the wave, which is the Blues Helicopter Pursuit. That one was a lot of fun. I like the new pieces that are used for both the fences and whatever contraption that is. That sort of flat silver, very bendy piece is a lot of fun. The Stiggy Malach dinosaur is cool. And I really do like that black dinosaur, the Indoraptor, as well as the T.rex. I'm really into the dinosaurs here. I think I'm going to do an episode just showing off the dinosaurs. In fact, I am, because there is a thing where you can take off the limbs. You can actually break the legs and arms off, or you can take the legs and arms off and the heads and switch them around, turn them into maybe make your own Franken dinosaurs. Anyways, that's kind of a cool aspect of the whole wave. But yeah, just in general, I have to say this is a bit overpriced, just in general. But there are some interesting, I do like that new build for the helicopter. That is really cool. I do also think that the build for this building is quite nice. The internals actually have some really fun details. The breakaway function for the Stiggy Malach set is nice. There's kind of a new sort of philosophy behind the trigger mechanism on that, which is really fun. And yeah, that's all of the sets for this particular wave, minus that one little free set. And then of course, we do have a Brickhead set too that came out, which is Blue and Owen. Not really also considered to be part of the same wave necessarily. Anyways, that is it for my breakdown of this latest 2018 Jurassic World wave. Let me know what you guys think is your favorite set. And this is kind of a new sort of video format for us, so if you have stuck around this long, thank you very much. And if you have any ideas or comments on how you liked the formatting or didn't like the formatting, let me know in the comment section below, because we are kind of just playing around with this. All right, floating hand talking done time. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. And oh, hey everybody, hope you enjoyed that video. I just wanted to pop in really quick and say that we do have a web store, brickvault.toys, that sell instructions for super high quality mocks that are built by incredibly talented designers. So that is the first link in the description below. And also there's other videos too. We've got other things if you want to watch that. All right, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time at Brick Vault.